What's the absolute worst Christmas song? For me it's a tie between Wonderful Christmas Time irritating, boring boingy sounding insipidity. Do they know it's Christmas? I mean really. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. My grandma was awesome and this upsets me. I'm getting nothing for Christmas if you keep whining and acting like a little dipshit, kid, I wouldn't give you anything either. Christmas shoes depressing AF. And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas stabby rage-inducing faux cheerfulness with a tiny sprinkle of sexist BS. Early Christmas Morning by Cyndi Lauper. It's easy to rag on Mariah Carey and Band-Aid and all the unavoidable ones we hear 100 times every year. But while I like Cyndi Lauper as much as the next guy, Early Christmas Morning is a genuinely awful song. At least All I Want for Christmas Is You is an uplifting, memorable pop song that does a pretty good job of capturing the festive spirit. I feel like if I put my mind to it and you gave me a few days, I could record something better than Cyndi Lauper did. Little Drummer Boy, my god, this song is like 400 hours of just droning on, and on, and on, and on. It doesn't even have a good drum part. In a song about drumming, and you know what, babies and parents of newborns don't need drumming, the entire conceit is just trash. I get the point is, give what you can, even if it isn't much, that's fine. But if you wanted to write a song with that message, there are millions of other ways to go about it that this boring schlock. Edit grammar correction, away in a manger, mostly because trying to sing it in choir is hell. I don't know what makes it hellish, it just is. Followed by the Holly the Ivy, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, the first Noel, joy to the world. Actually, you know what, most caroling songs are best sung while changing the words to something funnier. Also, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus for an uncomfortable honorable mention. Stop being a voyeur, kid, quit watching your mom making out with your old man in a suit. I don't know the name of it, but it's this god-awful country song that starts with a harmonica. The guy sings instead of actually singing, and repeats the line "Be my Twistmas baby" over and over. Yes, Twistmas is really how he pronounces it. I fucking hate it so much. A close second for this year anyway is "Baby Please Come Home," because I lost one of my favorite rabbits recently and the lyrics make me sob whenever it comes on. Do they know it's Christmas? Any Christmas song that contains the line "Tonight thank God it's him instead of you" is objectively the worst. Plus, it makes the declaration that there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas, but have they looked at the top of Mount Kilimanjaro? I know they meant well, but this song is a piece of colonialist propaganda masquerading as a holiday song. An Old-Fashioned Christmas by Linda Bennett. A song made up of snippets of other, better, Christmas songs, occasionally interspersed with radio broadcasts about a bus crash. With no survivors. But don't worry, thankfully, it's a Christmas miracle. Their dad missed the bus. Too bad for all those other families, I guess. I once heard a song on the radio as a kid on Christmas Eve about a mouse and an abandoned cat freezing in the cold on Christmas. They try to huddle together for warmth and the next morning the cat is frozen to death but kept the mouse warm, who survives? And it was some kind of last gift to the mouse of something? It was really weird and seems a depressing subject. There are some annoying ones. But hearing them all for about 2 months every year of my life has made me basically grow to dislike them all. Even the best song can get overplayed. Now all Christmas songs have reached that point for me. Might be special if I only heard them for a week or two before Christmas, you know, when it's actually Christmas time. My favorite thing's from Sound of Music. But not because it's a bad song, it's just not a Christmas song. But because people treat Sound of Music like a Christmas movie even though it doesn't even have Christmas or snow in it. That song has also been treated like a Christmas song, complete with remakes with Christmas jingles and such. So I like this band called the Whirling Dervishes. They're this corny 80s alternative band who does a rock cover of the song "You're a Rotten Mr. Grinch" or whatever it's called. It's also got this hopelessly corny video on YouTube. Easily the worst best cover of a Christmas song I've ever heard. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus all versions. Now some kid thinks Mommy is too timing and he is going to break up his family by being a snitch, but also he is not sure what Daddy even looks like. But really, because years ago I saw a porn version of this in Hustler. Think about that a minute and be horrified. What's that song about the mother and son who hear on the radio that the bus their dad takes to work is in an accident on Christmas Eve? And then the radio reports everyone died and they sing "How Will They Live Without Dad?" And then the last verse Dad walks in and says he missed the bus. That song sucks. Band-Aid, do they know it's Christmas? There won't be snow in Africa. Yes there will. The top of Kilimanjaro definitely is snow. No rain nor rivers flow the Nile. The fucking Nile. And let's not forget Bono's favorite line tonight, "Thank God it's him instead of you." Old Fashioned Christmas by Linda Bennett. Daddy's bus home from work crashes on Christmas, no survivors. Even Satan asks if we can lighten it up a bit when you play that one. Little Drummer Boy. Pump them over and over and over. Also, sure, Mary just gave birth, the baby Jesus is finally asleep, and this little hole decides it's a good time for a drum solo. No, go away, break the drumsticks, stomp on the snare. While an okay song the first 100 times I had it 10 years ago, Mariah Carey song "All I Want for Christmas Is You" has way too much airtime on TV and radio. Put her back in the block of ice and do not open it again except on Christmas Eve. Either Paul McCartney "Wonderful Christmas Time." It's an absolute nothing of a song that contributes nothing either lyrically or musically. Or John Lennon "Happy Christmas Wears Over." Way to be a miserable fuck. Plus Yoko, for obvious reasons. "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus" makes me want to gouge out my own eardrums. Gran and I have worked 3 separate holiday seasons in retail, so I kind of have a traumatic response to all Christmas music, but that one is especially awful. I was listening to the radio the other night and heard this horrible pop country song called "Santa Looked a Lot Like Daddy," and it was the most deplorable Christmas song I've ever heard. No clue who sang it, but God was it awful. Christmas Time is here. It drones on for like 7 minutes in a fucking minor key. Who in hell decided to do a holiday song in minor? It's like a theme song for slitting your wrists just to see color again in a universe of gray. Christmas in the Northwest. Hyperlocal to the PNW, I guess. It's terrible. Welcome to Christmas in Seattle. I heard this Ashley, L. Simpson, one once, and my ears bled. I can't remember the title, though. There's also this one where they say "Jingle Bells All Fast," that one was really horrid as well. Christmas rapping by the waitresses. I don't care if there's some pseudo-ironic 80s message to it, I don't care that some of their other songs are great, Christmas rapping is so annoying. "Celebrate Me Home" by Kenny Loggins. I had to Google the name and just now found out this is what it's called. Wild. This whole song is slow gibberish dragged over sandpaper and I hate it. There are so many to choose from, but Little Drummer Boy is really awful. Who thought to themselves, you know what would be cute? A song about a boy playing a drum solo for a newborn. The Waitress's Christmas rapping. I'll take Mariah Carey on a permanent loop over this. Santa Baby is creepy AF. Also Say Another Day. Nothing wrong with it, but isn't a Christmas song. The only thing Christmas-y about it is the snow in the video. That's it. Berserker. My love for you is like a truck, would you like some making fuck? What's that got to do with Christmas? I may have misunderstood the assignment. I've never heard a version of "Nuttin' for Christmas" that I didn't hate with every fiber of my being. It's also just a very unfortunate name for a Christmas song. Well, there was one by Gary Glitter. But, purely on the content of the song, that one by Leona Lewis that mentions however many sleeps until I see you again. Simply Having, etc. A brilliant example of a catchy song that is also absolutely terrible. A cringy, repetitive earworm, with a hook that sounds sarcastic. This doesn't answer the op, but it's related. Can we just pause for a minute to talk about how good the Christmas remix of Get Low is? Goddamn indeed. Christmas Shoes, a bullshit chicken soup for the soul kinda song. Absolute trash enjoyed by people who want you to notice how compassionate they are. Pretty much everything written after 1959. I don't know what compels vapid pop drones to shit out holiday material annually, but they can just stop. Whatever the name of that Sugar Plum song is actually called. I'm not a homophobe, but that Christmas song can only be described as gay. The Holiday Season by Andy Williams. Just a drunk-ass white dude improvising a half-spoken and half-slurred absolute nonsense Christmas word salad. Bruce Springsteen version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. His singing is absolutely fucking terrible. I do sick in my mouth when it comes on. Santa Baby is the worst, stomach-churning song. Back in the barf bag song that leads into a creepy situation that no one should be in at all. No contest, Christmas Shoes takes the cake on that one. Listen to Patton Oswalt spit about it, he really breaks it down in a funny way. Embarrassed smiley face. Covers of Last Christmas. I feel like it's the most covered Christmas song ever. The Wham and Taylor Swift versions are acceptable by me. Either Last Christmas or Christmas Shoes. Honorable mention to my favorite things for having absolutely nothing to do with Christmas. The one I'm being forced to listen to at Academy Sports right now. The last one was awful and I'm sure the next one will be worse. All I Want from Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey. I've heard this song so much. I will go on a killing spree if I heard it. All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's been played more times than is absolutely necessary, makes me want to rip my own ears off. Either the super bleak ones like Silent Night and Silver Bells, or I Want a Hippopotamus. Fucking nobody likes that song. Barbra Streisand version of Jingle Bells. If you haven't heard it, be warned. The most terrible thing I've ever heard. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong-ding. 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 All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's not a bad song by any stretch, but it is so overplayed I can't fucking stand it. Everyone's a Kid at Christmas Time by Stevie Wonder. I hate it so much. Please listen to it and be angry with me. So you all would rather listen to the Hippopotamus song than Mariah Carey? Seem on now, the Hippopotamus song is dreadful. The Andrews Sisters, Jing-a-ling, Jing-a-ling. 10 seconds in and you want to jump off the moving sleigh down a cliff. 12 Days of Christmas is the absolute worst. The melody is so terribly cheesy and the repetition drives me nuts. The two I Loathe are Paul McCartney's Simply Having. And The Waitress's Christmas Wrapping. According to Mr. Tim, it's We Three Kings of Orient are no such thing as a bad Christmas song. This one is the best. The Black Dahlia Murder, what a horrible night to have a curse. I think that's a pretty bad Christmas song. Hippopotamus for Christmas. We should make a law that anyone who listens to it should be publicly executed. 12 Days of Christmas. Terrible tune that just keeps going on and on. Not even the Muppets could save it. Justin Bieber's rendition of Little Drummer Boy featuring Busta Rhymes. It's even worse than you think. Destiny's Child's 8 Days of Christmas.